In this brief overview video, I'd like to walk you through now the caller's dashboard. This is where your telemarketers are going to work every day to build your business. So let's get right into it. So first things first, here's all the contact information that myVirtualCaller has. You can filter down on any campaign that you give your caller, their active leads, or any custom filters that you've put in place and that they've denoted on these records. You can then if you're setting callbacks, you can filter down on your callbacks for the day, past due, or future callbacks. If you're following the CMC marketing funnel formula that we provide you, this is a special callback that you can have your caller set up if you're following that approach. So this is all the information, and so here is all the data that we imported in the last video. I've kind of just doctored up this one video. As you can see though, it's pretty good information. Google gives you back their company name, their telephone number, their mailing address, and their website address. All you have to do is have your telemarketers call up, find out who the decision maker is, and fill in the blanks. Typically what you're going to try to get is at least the email address, so you can put in an email campaign, and of course verify their mailing address if you're going to be doing postcards with them. If you happen to be doing or promoting text marketing or mobile marketing, you're definitely going to want to grab their mobile telephone number so you can send them an example text or send them an example mobile website while you have them on the phone. So let me go back a couple records here. And so on the left hand side, this is where you're going to denote the calls. So as your caller's making calls, what they're going to do is simply click on these links depending upon how the call went. If it was no contact and you want to try to call them back again, you hit no contact. Now what we do with that status is we put a number of how many times the record has been marked no contact, and we also put that record at the back of the queue, so when your caller starts a new calling session, they have fresh leads. When they start seeing a 1 or a 2 here, then what they're going to probably want to do is make another call and then probably just drop a voicemail message on them and mark them as a voicemail and get them out of the campaign. So that's probably what you're going to want to do. You can schedule a callback. You simply click here, select the time and the day that you want to schedule the callback. You set it as a callback or a CMC callback. You can add a custom filter or stage here. So let's say I want to mark this record as an active customer. I could literally, or an active lead would probably be a good one. I would mark it as an active lead. Now I can go in here and actually filter on that record as an active lead, and you can get all your active leads pulled in one place if you kind of want to go through them. Now this is your calling scripts, or it could be any document. Okay, here are the rep scripts. I'll pop that up real quickly. So here's one of our smart scripts. This is the first call smart script, and again, here's what a smart script is. It allows you to quickly jump to various parts of the script through your calls. And so if they answer no, here are your options for the callback. Pretty simple. Close that. And then of course they could end their sessions over here. Now you can search the whole entire database on the contact name, the company name, the phone number, email address, or part of the address, and bring up that record. Okay. You could add notes to a record real quickly. Simply type in the note here like this, like some note, and hit add note. I'll put a date stamp on there for you with the note, and if I go back, now what you'll see is it says see notes. So if you're going back through your records and you see that, either click here and you can read the notes, or you can click here and read the notes. Now you can add a record on the fly if you want to, and you can also move a record to another telemarketer. So if you're doing live transfer in your approach and you want to get this record over to a closer, and you have a team of telemarketers, say in the Philippines, that are doing the qualifying calls and then trying to move them over to a closer, then what you would do is use this button, and your telemarketer would just simply click on this button, select the caller they want to make it available to, and then all this information and notes would be over there for you. These two buttons will literally go out and do a quick search on Facebook and LinkedIn for the contact name. So maybe you want to friend them and probably start doing private messaging with them, come at them in a multi-touch strategy. That's what those two buttons will do. Pipedrive is an online CRM, and it really is designed to track deals. So When this particular record escalates to an opportunity, what you're going to want to do is push this record into Pipedrive. And all you have to do once your APIs are connected is click on the button. And what's happening right now is that they've moved all this data over to Pipedrive. And so if I bring up my Pipedrive record, you can see now it's right there. If you want to bring up your calendar, you simply have to click on this button. And what's happening is it'll bring up your Google Calendar. Now, if you have a team of telemarketers working for you and you've blocked out your time, I would highly recommend linking out to a service called Time Trade. And this way you can have all your time slots available that you would want them to book appointments for, and that could easily populate into your calendar, okay? And when it comes to making the calls, you simply just need to click on this button and it's going to dial this number through whatever soft phone that you have on your local computer. Now, again, we highly recommend you use Skype. It's really cheap calling, but if that doesn't work for you, any soft phone will pretty much work with any VoIP service. Here's where you can do voicemail drops. The way you would use this is that you've made 2 or 3 attempts trying to make a live connection with them, and you always go to voicemail because that person just happens not to pick up their phone. So what you would want to do here is click on voicemail drop, and as you can see now, I have the 2 calls that we set up in the campaign that are available here. And so if I wanted to leave this one, all I would have to do is select this and hit send. And what has just happened is that we just fired off a voicemail back out to that number. MailChimp will add this email address to any campaign in the system. You can set it up a couple ways. You could either do a one-click straight into a particular list, or you can have a pop-up which gives you a drop-down of all your available lists that you have on MailChimp. So with one click, I just added that to a MailChimp campaign, which I have what's called Dentist News. Let's say you want to do a one-off email. What this does, it'll literally open up your email client, pre-populate the website address, and if you're using something like Yesware, you could have all these templates in place, and I'm just going to click this one right here and hit Insert Template, and this may be a way for you to do one-off emails quickly and easily that are trackable. So I would highly recommend that you look into Yesware. Sending postcards. This is awesome. So when you click on this, what you're going to do now is that you're going to get a list of the available postcards. Now, I'm not going to fire these off, but simply by clicking any one of these and hitting send, we'll send this information over to Direct Mail Manager, and within 5 to 7 business days, that person is going to get a postcard from me. Next, we have the weather button. When you click on this button, it goes out to the zip code that's on file, and it brings in the local weather. So this might be a way for you to break the ice, so you may want to use that. And then we have a link that goes out to their website. So let's check their website. Ooh, music on the front page. Let's get rid of that. And then lastly, we have an SMS component. You can set this up in the admin section under settings, and you can have a default message for SMS marketing. Again, so if you're focused on text marketing, maybe it's an example of a coupon. If you're focused on mobile websites, maybe it's a link to one of your websites you built. So when you click on this, you can have a predefined message, which is the predefined message, or you can literally remove this and put in any message that you want, okay? So something like this, and I hit send. Now what happens is we just fired off a message. So this is a brief overview of the Caller's dashboard. As you can see, it is jam-packed with features, and it's really going to help you increase your productivity. Take care.